And this is a business that's created an opportunity for so many of us from all sorts of backgrounds, all walks of life. And from a vision shared by our founder Rex Morn 32 years ago in Phoenix, Arizona, this business now spans the globe with over 9.5 million home-based distributors, as we call them, building their future under our umbrella. And as ever, for the benefit of the new people, it's my pleasure just to give you a brief overview for the next 20 minutes or so of what is a truly remarkable company. There's a shot there on the screen of Rex, as in the early days of founding Forever, as an idea, I guess, in Phoenix, Arizona. As I said, now we span the globe, a truly global organization operating in over 140 countries. What that means to you and I as distributors, because that's how I started life in Forever as a distributor, it means that we have an opportunity to build a team, build a business for ourselves in any one of those countries around the world. And typically in any given year we'll open up in 2 or 3 new markets, and it's Rex and his son Greg's ambition that this opportunity will be available all around the world in every country. We're still a family business, a privately owned business, and not just in the current economic climate, but in any economic climate, it's great to be in control of your future, and that's absolutely the situation that we're in here in Forever. It's a very secure business. And so if you're looking at this as an opportunity for you to build something for yourself under our umbrella, it should give you reassurance that for every single year, for 32 years, we've grown consistently, irrespective of the economic climates that have existed during those 32 years. And part of that is down to the fact that we have a very stable management team, a management team with a very clear vision of where we want to be in the future. And many of our existing board of directors are the very directors that Rex selected 32 years ago. We're cash rich and we're debt free, which is again a great position to be in. We don't have to go to a bank to borrow when we open up a new market. We can simply fund the development of our new markets from our successful markets. Over $1.5 billion worth of assets globally underpins our business, and a turnover globally of $2.6 billion. And I'm pleased to tell you that here in the UK, year to date, we're up again, which can't be true of many companies in the economic climate. And one of my other markets, Ireland, is up over 20% this year. So that gives you an indication. Yeah, say well done to the Irish. Gives you an indication that this is a business in the right place at the right time. And so if you're just starting your Forever journey, you couldn't be starting at a better time. And I say that because I know if you are a guest here today or looking at the business still, and you come into a room of 800 to 1,000 people, which is typically what we have at our events here monthly, you could be forgiven for thinking, oh, maybe I'm here too late, maybe I've missed the boat. We haven't scratched the surface yet in any of our markets, and particularly here in the UK with over a 60 million population, a population of which now, particularly the working population, I think as a result of what's happened in the last couple of years, are seriously wondering whether the job that they're in is going to give them what they want in the future. And it's absolutely my belief that the days of the job for life are gone. People are looking for a more secure way of getting income, a more secure way of looking after their families, and that's essentially what we provide with our business opportunity. We've been trading here, as you can see from the slide, in the UK since 93. There's some visuals in the background there of our beautiful head office in Warwick, Longbridge Manor. As with all of our company facilities around the world, very much an open door policy there, so if you're ever passing in the Warwick area, please call by. It really is a magnificent building set in a couple of acres of beautiful gardens. The kettle's always on, so call by. There's offices set aside for any of you who want to meet with your guests or meet with your health and well-being marketplace is predicted to be the next trillion-dollar industry by many leading trend predictors around the world, which puts it on a scale of the sort of pharmaceutical industries that exist. And over the last few years in particular, we have, as individuals, become more health conscious. When I first joined the business back in 1994, the awareness about natural health was very different to the awareness today. It's almost impossible nowadays to open a daily newspaper or a magazine without some reference to our health. People are much more aware. And of course, with the advent and the development of the internet, you can Google and research any health-related matters now. So more and more people now looking for safe, natural ways of managing their health. And absolutely not unusual now for people who have the misfortune to have to go and seek medical attention to ask, what are the side effects of some of these things that I'm being prescribed? Is there any safer ways in which I can manage my health? It's always been Rex's ambition, and of course equally Greg's now, that we would have the best possible quality products. And whenever we develop a product, it's with millions of pounds worth of investment each year in research and development, so that our products are absolutely at the cutting edge. And I guess if you're here for the first time, you might think, well, you would say that, but we back up what we say about our products in an unconditional 60-day money-back guarantee. And each and every one of us as distributors has the benefit of that money-back guarantee. We can share the products with our customers on the basis that even if they use all the product, if they don't like it, they can bring it back, and we give them a full refund of their money. And that refund is underwritten by the company in the sense that we then replace the distributor's used product with a brand new product for them to sell. I'd like you to think about the implication of that money-back guarantee 32 years on. If this product didn't work, this business wouldn't have lasted 32 months, never mind 32 years. I can tell you here in the UK market, we get less than half of 1% of our products that come back under that guarantee. And if you speak to any of our established distributors that have been around the business for a while, what you'll come to learn is that the product doesn't come back, but the people come back. They come back and say, that product has really helped me sleep better, have more energy, have more hair, or whatever. And I've got a relative who would also like to try the product. And that's how we build our business. And in the 32 years we've been in business, we now are world leader in the cultivation and development of products from the aloe vera plant. And you're going to hear more about our products later on today. And we are also the world's largest provider of products from the beehive. They're natural, they're top quality. We have a stabilization process that's patented, which means that when you drink some of our aloe or put on some of our topical aloe, it's essentially identical to being able to access a raw leaf from your garden if you lived in a warmer climate. The third driver to our business, and I believe this is the driver that's certainly over the next few years in the UK and the Irish markets that I'm working on, is becoming an even more important driver. If you haven't yet experienced our industry, if you know nothing about our industry, I could strongly recommend that during the course of the day you buy a book from one of our book guys out there called The Business of the 21st Century, written by Robert Kiyosaki, who was the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. In that book, he identifies why this industry's time has absolutely come. For some of the reasons I mentioned earlier: job insecurity, people unemployed, people wanting more security about their future. It's called network marketing. It's a well-established methodology. It's been around for over 50 years. It's a methodology that's now being taken on board by more and more companies because they recognize this is a very efficient way to get product to market. But it's also a great way to get product to market. When we share our business opportunity or share our product with friends, family, people that we know, we share it from the perspective that we're a user of the product. We're our own best customer. And that means that anybody can do this business. Often guests say to me, well, I don't really see myself as a salesperson. Could I build a successful forever distributorship? I believe absolutely you can. But because what every single one of us can do if we believe in something is we can enthusiastically recommend it to others. And if you this evening, for example, went to the cinema and saw a great film, I'll bet when you get to the office on Monday, you'll be going, you really should see that film. And as a result of your transfer of enthusiasm, people in your office may well go to see the film. I doubt if the grateful cinema owner will pay you a commission for that introduction, but essentially that's what we do here in Forever. These are some of the statistics from our industry. In the UK here, our business has grown by over 20% in the last 4 years. That's the case credit growth. That's the measurement of our business here internally. Europe has over 9 million people now involved in our industry, so this isn't a small industry, it's a big industry with more and more people joining it each year. The European sales alone in our industry, 20 billion euros, £2 billion of which are UK-based direct selling companies, and over 500,000 people in the UK alone and growing each year that are involved in their own micro business working from home. Now, when we say micro business, that doesn't mean to say necessarily it makes small money. What it means is it has micro overheads. Even our leading distributors, for the most part, work from home, set of car keys, mobile phone, computer. No staff, no stock, no premises. Unlike conventional businesses where you have a massive overhead that you have to feed every day before you make any profit, ours is a highly profitable business. We describe it as a micro business because we simply work from home with colleagues in order to build our future. The fourth reason, I think a really fundamental and important reason why, certainly here in the UK, I believe we're as successful as we are, is that we absolutely recognise in the UK we can only continue to be successful as a business if we're able to show people from all backgrounds and all walks of life how they can get established with their forever business. And so we've invested and continue to invest very heavily in support and in training, and I guess you're getting a little sense of that today if you're here for the first time. This is a monthly event that we host, but in addition to this there are around 50 or 60 locations around the UK and Ireland where we also now have local events running, and those events range from what we call an opportunity meeting, and that is a meeting to which you can take a guest and somebody will share with them a business overview so that your guests can see whether this is something they want to do for themselves. And in addition to that, of course, product trainings and business trainings that take place all around. It's not just us, again, that says our training's good. We've been privileged as a business to have previously for 2 terms, and it's always a 3-year term, so for 6 years previous, we've been Investor in People recognised. I'm sure many of you are familiar with IIP. It's a government organisation that evaluates the quality of support and training given to individuals within an organisation. And just in this last year, Investor in People have created 3 levels to their standard, if you like, a bronze, silver and gold standard. And I'm very happy, and you guys who are in the business already know this, but we were recognised as IIP Gold just a few months ago. And when you look at the companies that have IIP Gold in the UK, there's less than 200 companies in the whole of the UK that have the gold standard. So if you sat in the room wondering about whether you'll get the support or training that you need, I hope that gives you some confidence there. I'm also an active board member of the Direct Selling Association, which is our trade body, a body that has developed very strong links now with government ministers and with all of the main government organisations like the Office of Fair Trading, the DTI, Trading Standards. And it's an organisation that we should be very proud of. It's putting our industry on the map. It's informing and educating politicians about the number of people that are involved in our industry and the impact that our industry has on communities and on the global well-being of the UK. So we've got many outside bodies that recognise the quality of Forever. So this is a business that's absolutely in the right place at the right time. It's a secure business that you can have confidence with when you're building your own business under the umbrella of Forever. You can have confidence that it won't let you down. We absolutely, as I said earlier on, recognise that our success can only continue with your success.